In the last class, we were discussing the chapter light, reflection, and refraction. The first part of this chapter was completed. That is, we discussed about the reflection. In that, mainly we focused on the concept called mirrors and different types of mirrors, terms related to mirrors. Then, not only that, even we have come across the mirror formula as well as magnification formula. Even we solved many problems on that. Next, the concept is, it is refraction. Still we are discussing about it. Once we shall go for recalling the definition of refraction of light. We know that when a ray of light travels from one medium to another medium, it changes its direction of propagation. And this is known as a refraction of light. Then what is the cause of refraction? What is responsible for refraction of light takes place, or why the light ray changes its direction as it travels from one medium to another medium? It is due to change in the velocity of light from one medium to another medium, right? Then after that, we come across an experiment to show refraction of light through a rectangular glass slab. So there, even we come across some of the terms like incident ray, refracted ray, and also emergent ray. Here, with respect to glass slab and air is to be considered as optically rarer medium, and glass is considered as optically denser medium. When ray of light traveling from air to glass, whether it bends towards the normal or away from the normal, it is towards the normal. When it travels from denser medium to rarer medium, that is glass to air, it bends away from the normal. Then even we have drawn some of the important conclusions as well. The conclusions like how many times light gets refracted when it passes through a medium? It is 2 times. Then how will be the incident ray and the emergent ray? They are parallel to each other, right? Then what do you call the perpendicular distance between incident ray and emergent ray? It is called lateral displacement. Are you following? Then what do you say about angle of incidence and angle of emergence? Are they equal or not equal? They are equal. Angle of incidence and angle of emergence. Like this. See that this is the slab and is incident ray. This is refracted ray. Then this is emergent ray. And this line is normal. And this is also normal. And is angle of incidence. This is angle of refraction 1. And this is angle of refraction 2. And this is angle of emergence. My question is, what do you say about angle of incidence and angle of emergence? These two will be equal. And angle of refraction 1 and 2, are they equal? Yes, they are also equal. But what do you say about angle of incidence and angle of refraction? Not equal. Angle of refraction and angle of emergence, they are also not equal. When incident light ray is extended and even emergent ray is extended, then you will come to know that these two lines are parallel to each other, and this perpendicular distance will be same at all the points, and we call this perpendicular distance as lateral displacement, right? Not only this, even we have also come across the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction. What is that ratio? It is always constant. And this is also one of the laws of refraction of light. What do you call this law? Snell's law. So according to Snell's law, the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to the sine of angle of refraction is always constant. Then,
sir, unmute your audio. Unmute your audio.
what do you call this constant? That constant is known as refractive index. And refractive index will also tell us that how fast or how slow, or whether it is whether the speed of light is equal in one medium with respect to another medium, right? Then, and we have formula to find out refractive index. And this formula is to be expressed in different ways. What is the general formula that we use? It is
Velocity of
velocity of light in air or vacuum divided by velocity of light in
given medium.
Then this will also be written as sin I by sin R. Sin of angle of incidence divided by sin of angle of refraction. In terms of depth, real depth divided by apparent.
Depth.
So these are the possible ways in which refractive index is expressed. Then what do you call the refractive index of the medium with respect to vacuum only? It is called absolute refractive index. Absolute refractive index. Then what is the formula used to find out absolute refractive index?
Velocity of
Velocity of
light in
vacuum divided by
vacuum by
velocity
given
of
medium.
given medium.
In vacuum by velocity of light in given medium. This is the formula. Then what is the unit of refractive index?
No
It
unit,
has
sir.
no unit. Why it has no unit? Because it is expressed as the ratio of velocity of light in two different mediums, right? That means in the numerator velocity, denominator velocity, same physical quantity. Hence, unit get cancelled. Refractive index has no unit because it is expressed as the ratio of velocities of light in two different mediums. Clear? Then, even we have come to know the refractive indices of some of the important mediums. Like A, what is the refractive index of A? 0.00003.
1.00003.
You must remember refractive indices of some important mediums. Not everything. Now I'm going to give you those. Second one is water.
1.33.
1.33.
1.5.
1.5.
Diamond.
2.42.
2.42. Even the question can be asked on these only. Almost ಕೊಡೋದಿದ್ರೆ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Please do remember these values. And we also know that meaning of these refractive index. If you just take an example of diamond, refractive index of diamond is 2.42, means the velocity of light in diamond is 2.42 times less than the velocity of light in vacuum.
Air or vacuum.
Air or vacuum. Then similarly, even glass. Refractive index of glass is 1.5, means the velocity of light in glass is 1.5 times less than the velocity of light in air or vacuum. Got it? Then which among these is optically rarer medium? Among these,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Air.
it is a optically denser medium.
Diamond.
Followed. Suppose I ask you, what is the refractive index of glass with respect to what? How do you calculate refractive index of
Glass by water.
with respect to water? And again, velocity of light in glass. Sorry. Velocity of light in refractive index of glass. Sorry. Glass with respect to water and the velocity of light in water by velocity of light in given medium. Given medium ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ glass. What is the velocity of light in water? It is 223,000 kilometers per second. Then velocity of light in glass. It is
2 lakh.
2 lakh kilometers
per second. Unit get cancelled, 3 zeros get cancelled. Then 25, 9s are 25. 8 ones are 8, 1 will remain, it becomes 10. 8 ones are 8, 2 will remain, it becomes 20. 8 twos are 16. 4 will remain, it becomes 40. 8 5s are 40. So 1.125, this is the refractive index of glass with respect to water. Means you are comparing the speed or velocity of light in these two mediums. And from this you can say that velocity of light in glass 1.125 times less than the velocity of light in water. Got it? Yes. Please do remember this. And one more information, that is, it is a rectangular plasma. What happens if a ray of light incident perpendicular to the surface of the slab?
It goes
Bends.
on the same line, sir.
Whether it
goes in the
undergoes
same line.
refraction,
No refraction
Zero.
takes place.
whether it undergoes refraction.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
But the speed changes only, the direction of light will move in the same direction. Here, because angle of incidence will be 0 degree.
0 degree.
Ray of light incident on the surface at 90 degree, but angle of incidence is 0. Angle of refraction will also be 0. So from this you can say that when a ray of light incident perpendicular to the surface of the medium, it passes through the medium without bending. The reason is angle of incident and angle of refraction is 0. Got it? Now, just 2 to 3 numerical problems are there. Let me go for giving you those. Numerical problem. I think the last side heading was meaning of refractive index of.
Good morning, everyone. Dear children, this is the last call. This is the last call to everyone. Please turn on your video. Please turn on your video. If I am going to remove from the meeting, it is your responsibility. This is the last call to everyone. Please turn on your video. Keep turn on till the end. So don't turn off your video. Those students who are going to turn off your video within a fraction of seconds also. So I am going to remove from the meeting. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, students, could you tell what is the velocity of light in glass?
2 lakh
2 lakh
kilometers
kilometers
per
per second.
Could you tell this velocity of light in glass in SI unit?
2
Kilometer per
10
second.
to the power 8 meter per second.
Yes, very good. 2 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Velocity of light in air in meter per second? 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Velocity of light in water in SI unit?
2.25 into 10 to the
2.25
power 8.
into 10 power 8.
Power 8 meter per second. Just one question which was given in the examination, simple one, but this was given in the examination for 1 mark. Right on. Light enters from air to glass. Light enters from air to glass. If light enters from air to glass, whether it bends towards the normal or away from the normal. towards the normal.
What's the number?
Towards the normal.
Moving from rarer medium to denser medium. Next. Glass having refractive index. Having a refractive index. It is 1.5. 1.5 is the refractive index of what? Glass. Full stop. What is the speed of light in the glass? What is the speed of light in the glass? The glass in SI. SI unit. Observe. So far we have learned how to find out the refractive index, but now they only have given the refractive index of the medium. But with that information, we are going to find out velocity of light in glass. Right. Data. What has been given? Refractive index
Refractive
of
index.
glass.
Glass.
Right. Refractive index of glass is equal to 1.5. Then the light enters from air to glass means we are finding the velocity of light in glass. And the refractive index of glass with respect to what?
Vacuum
With respect to
or air.
air. Got it? Then what is the velocity of light in air?
3 into 10 to the power
3
8.
into 10 power 8.
It is 3 lakh kilometer per second. Velocity of light in air, right? You are telling that 2,99,994. Okay. It is also acceptable. It is actually exact value. For calculation purpose, we take 3 lakh. Velocity of light. Velocity of light in air is equal to 2 lakh kilometer per second or else 3 lakh kilometer per second or 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Right? General again here are absolute and matra, you will go for vacuum. But in general, we'll take here are vacuum. Right. Let's go for calculation. Tell the formula.
Ri is equal to velocity of light in
Refractive index of glass. Because glass is given, refractive index of glass. It is equal to
Speed of light in vacuum.
velocity of light in air by velocity
Velocity of light in glass.
in glass. Then refractive index of glass is 1.5. Velocity of light in air, it is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Velocity of light in glass, it is unknown. VG at the short form. It is VG. Directly we can cancel it or else. Right. 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 by 1.5. 1.5 once or 1.5.
2
So 2
2 into 10 power 8 meter per second.
Meter per second. This is velocity of light in glass. Such a simple statement. This substitution you have understood. Then we want velocity of light in glass. So just cross multiply. It is Vg. Vg comes to the left hand side. Then 1.5, it goes to the denominator of right hand side. 1.5 ones are 1.5 twos are. So 2 into 10 raised to the power 8. Dear students, just one more information. You know that refractive index will also be expressed in terms of trigonometric ratio. What is that? Sin I by
Sin R.
Sin.
sin of angle of incidence by sin of angle of refraction. Then I is angle of incidence and R is angle of refraction. Then these angles, usually for the examination point of view, we will go for considering the standard angles. Do you know what are these standard angles?
Sin 0 degree is equal to 0, 30 degree, 45 degree,
35 degree.
30 degree,
45 degree,
45 degree, 60
60
degree,
degree.
and 90. So you must know the sign of these angles. These angles in the nimage gothirbeku. Because in the examination point of view, it's important. In the examination, they may ask you interdisciplinary question. They'll ask one such question will be there. What is the meaning of interdisciplinary question? They'll
Mix
go
of
for
two
taking the two concepts of the same subject or two concepts of different subjects. Both will be merged, and one question is to be framed. And this is also, diffractive index and related trigonometric concept na include ಮಾಡಿ question ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. Got it? Now let me give you the values of this. It is sin theta, sin of angle. Sin 0, it is
0.
value is 0 only. Sin 30 degree,
1 by 2.
1 by 2.
1 by 2. Sin 45, this is
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2.
sin 60, it is
3 by
root 3 by 2.
3 by
And sin 90 is 1. Got it? So it will do. Table 1. Quick as possible. You know that note ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು you can copy this tape. Zero, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1.
ಬ್ರೈಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಬಾಳ ಹಿಡ್ಕತ್ತಕ್ಕ.
Finished? Next. Second question. For star mark, this question was given based on these values only. Example ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋದು 2021 right. Calculate the angle of incidence of light. Calculate the angle of incidence of light ray, incident of light ray, incident on surface of a plastic slab, surface of a plastic slab, of refractive index root 3, comma, if the angle of refraction is, if the angle of refraction is 30 degree. With this information, we have to find out angle of incidence. Hope that you have understood the statement. Have you understood? Calculate the angle of incidence. So I is equal to question mark. One. Next. Angle of incidence of light ray incident on surface of a plastic slab whose refractive index is √3. So refractive index is given. It is √3. If the angle of refraction is 30 degree, they only are given angle of refraction is 30 degree. So let's go for calculation. Copy this. Refractive index is √3. Angle of refraction 30 degree. And angle of incidence should be found out. Deepashri, have you understood? Then Arshita H, Nitish Kumar, Anushka, understood? Okay. Let's go for calculation. And for calculating, Shamant, could you tell which formula should be used?
Sin I by sin R.
Very good. It is sin I by sin R. Please write with. The refractive index is equal to sin of angle of incidence, that is sin I, by sin of angle of refraction, that is sin R. Refractive index, they will given, it is √3. It is equal to sin I. It is unknown because angle of incidence is unknown. Then sin R, where R is 30 degree, we can write sin 30 degree. It is √3 is equal to sin I as it is. What is sin of angle?
1 by 2.
1 by 2. It is
1 by 2.
It is 1 by 2. Right. 1 by 2. Then you can write it as √3 is equal to sin I into, take the reciprocal of the denominator. It is 1 by 2 becomes 2 by 1, or just you may write 2 only. Now we want angle of incidence, hence transpose 2 to the denominator. It will be √3 by 2 is equal to sin I. Got it?
Sin is equal to 60. Angle of incidence is equal to 60 degree.
Very good, very good. √3 by 2 anta ide. Observe this table. √3 by 2. What does it represent?
60 degree.
60 degree.
Value of
degree.
sin
Sin
60
theta of 60
degree.
degree.
Alba, sin of angle 60 degree. You will write sin 60 degree. √3 by 2 value is the value of sin 60 degree. This is equal to sin I. Then we will go for comparing only angles because trigonometric function is same. Illi side ide. So just compare the angles and tell what is I?
60 degree.
60
degree.
Do you know for how much marks it was asked? 1 mark exam. 2012. Next. Another question, and this was also asked in the examination for 1 mark. Shall I repeat? This question is related to depth. How do you express refractive index in terms of depth?
Real depth by
Apparent depth.
Depth by apparent depth.
Or actual depth by apparent depth. So based on that one question. Right. The apparent depth of an object. You can put star marks. The apparent depth of an object, apparent depth of an object at the bottom of tank. At the bottom of tank. Bottom of the tank filled with a liquid. Filled with a liquid of refractive index 1.3 is 7.7 centimeter. What is the actual depth of the tank? Yes. Directly we shall go for using the formula. Here they are given apparent depth. How much it is?
1.7 centimeter.
7.7 centimeter. What does 1.3 indicate?
Refractive index.
Refractive index.
You are going to find the actual depth. So we can use the formula. Refractive index is equal to real depth. Under actual
By
depth.
actual depth.
Real depth by
Apparent
apparent depth. It is refractive index is 1.3. Real depth is it is unknown.
10.01 centimeters, sir.
By apparent depth 7.7. Then find out. Real depth is
10.01,
equal
sir.
to
10.01.
10.01. Correct. Go for cross multiplication. 1.3 into 7.7 multiply. You will get to 10.01. Over.
Sir.
Next.
Wait, sir.
Two more questions are there. Right. Fourth one. Find the refractive index in that. Find refractive index of each of the following. That if I is equal to 60 degree and R is equal to 45 degree. 45 degree. Okay. Angle of incidence and angle of refraction are given. You are going to find out the refractive index. You are writing it. What is the refractive index? Refractive index formula. It is angle quotidian. You can go for using sin I by sin R. Substitute and calculate. It is equal to sin. Angle of incidence is 60 degree. Angle of refraction is 45 degree. What is sin 60 degree?
3 by 2.
3 by 2.
Once you go for recalling that line, it is the values are 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, 1. So sin 60 is root 3 by 2. What is sin 45?
1 by root 2.
1 by root 2.
1.22, sir. Refractive index.
Root 3 by 2 into root 2.
Root 1, sir.
6
Root
by 2.
It is √6/2. ಅದನ್ನು ನೀವು ಡೆಸಿಮಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯೋದಾದ್ರೆ we know that √3 value is 1.73 alwa. Then √2 value
1.5.
0.41 divided by 2. You are very familiar with these values. √1, √2, √3. This should ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. Usually the refractive index is to be expressed in terms of decimal only. ಅದು ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ. Let's go for multiplying this. 1.73 into 1.41. It is 173. Then 4 3s are 12, carry 1. 4 7s are 28, plus 1 29. 2. 4 1s are 4, plus 2 6.
1.21 sir.
3 7 1 3 9 10 13, carry 1. 7 plus 7 14, carry 1.
1.22 sir, refractive index.
24393. Have you got same? 24393 by 2. After decimal we have 2 digits, total 4 digits. It will be 2.4393. Divide this by 2. Answer.
1.22 sir.
It is 2 1s are, then 2 decimal, 2 2s are, then 2 1s are, 1 will remain, it becomes 19. 2 9s are 18, 1 will remain.
1.21965.
6 are, again 1 will remain. 5. 1.21965. Could you tell correct to 2 decimal places?
1.22.
1.22. Observe it. 65 is close to 70. You can take here 7. Then 97 is close to 100. So you can take here 2. So it will be 1.22. Clear? With respect to that, 1. Same. 1. They won't have given the value. Y is equal to 72 degree. 72 degree. And R equal to 40 degree. And R equal to 40 degree. And do remember, they won't have given the values of sin 72 degree and sin 40 degree, because these two are not standard angles. Standard angles, we only must remember. But if any other angles are given, then they only will give you the value. Is it not, Shiv Kumar? Got it? Very good point. Right. Solution. Refractive index is equal to sin I by sin R. Sin, where I is 72 degree and sin R is 40 degree. Sin 72 degree, its value is 0.951. 0.951. But sin 40 degree, they only have given it is 0.642. 0.642. After decimal 3 digits, 3 digits. It is same in numerator and denominator as well. 951 by 648. Now calculation, you will get 1.4. This is refractive. Hold on. One more, last one. After that, we go on to the next. We have substituted the values. Sin I by sin R, I is 72, R is 40. As I said, they won't have given sin 72 value, even sin 40 value. Actually, to find out this value, we will go for using a logarithmic table, which you will go for using in higher classes, PU as well as degree. They won't allow you to use logarithmic table. Instead, they only will give you the value. Right. This was given in the examination in 2015. Fine. And please put double star. Question is like this. The absolute refractive indices are the absolute refractive indices are glass and water. Glass and water are 4/3 and 3/2 respectively. Full stop. If the speed of light in glass is, if the speed of light in glass, how much? 2 into 10⁻⁸ meter per second. Then calculate the speed of light in first one, vacuum, second one, vacuum, second one, yes, water. Please go through this. The absolute refractive indices of glass and water are 4/3 and 3/2 respectively. What does 4/3 indicate? Absolute refractive index of glass. Whereas 3/2 indicates
Water.
Water.
it is the refractive index of water. With that information, and one more information is the speed of light in glass is given. It is 2 into 10⁸. With this information, we have to calculate the speed of light in vacuum and water. Hope you can calculate this. We have one refractive index of glass. I write like this. Refractive index of glass. It is 4/3. Then refractive index of water. Refractive index of water is 3/2. Next, speed of light in glass. Velocity of light in glass. So VGS ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. It is 2 into 10⁸8 meter per second. Calculation. Let us focus on first one. Here we go. Still this. Absolute refractive index of glass and water ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. And glass speed, velocity of light in glass is lower. So you can go for using refractive index of glass formula. It is velocity of
Speed of
light
light.
in
Vacuum by
vacuum by velocity of light in glass.
Glass.
Refractive index of glass is known. It is 4/3. Velocity of light in vacuum. That is no number only, but here we are going to calculate. Hence, I'll write as it is. Then velocity of light in glass is given. It is 2 into 10 raised to the power 8. It is equal. Velocity of light in vacuum is equal to, go for cross multiplication. It is 4 into 2 into 10 raised to the power 8 by 3. It is equal to 8 into 10 raised to the power 8 by 3. How much it will be? It is 3 2s are 6 and 6 are 6 are 6 are 4. So approximate ಆಗಿ ನಾವು 2.67 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. As per the values, this is the velocity of light in vacuum. Actually, it is 3 lakh kilometer per second. 3 into 10 raised to the power 8. But as per the value, we will get this much. Next, first one is over. Let's focus on second. You are going to calculate the velocity of light in water. How do you find out? Again,
velocity of light in vacuum by
water is equal to absolute refractive index of water is equal to
velocity of light in
Velocity of
vacuum
light
by
in vacuum by
velocity of light in water.
velocity of light in water. What is the absolute refractive index of water?
3/2.
3/2. Let me write here. 3/2 is equal to velocity of light in vacuum. Just we have found out.
2.67 into 10 power 8.
Into 10 raised to the power 8. Whereas velocity of light in water is unknown. You may write this as. Go for cross multiplication. Velocity of light in water is equal to 2 into 2.67 into 10 raised to the power 8 by 3. This is equal to, multiply this. How much you will get? 5.34 ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ
4.534.
5.34, sir.
5.34 into 10 raised to the power 8 by 3. Now calculate. It is 3 1s are 3, 2 will remain. It is 23. 7s are 21, 2 will remain. 24, 3 8s are. It is 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. It is velocity of light in water. According to the given values, we have got velocity of light in vacuum as 2.67 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second, and in water as 1.78 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Follow? Bhumika, have you understood? Chaya B, Anup Poyar, Hriday. Okay. Neha Anjgimat. Pragna, did you understand? Chandana, Vignesh, Sushant SB, Murthy BR. Oh, good girl. Yes. Nakshirmai. Then Chinmay MK. Have you understood? Yes. Have you all understood? And then don't think that sir, this will violate actual value of them, because actual value of the velocity of light in vacuum is 3 lakh kilometer per second, or 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 meter per second. Here we have got 2.67. According to this value, Yes. Now, the problem solved. Refractive index has been completed. We are moving to the next part of this chapter. So now let me go for working this. Could you tell what do you call the objects which allow the light to pass through them?
Transparent objects.
Transparent.
Transparent object.
Yeah, transparent medium, which will allow the light to pass through them. Is it not? Anagai and Patil. Yes or no? Very good. If you want to take few examples, it is glass, it is a transparent sheet of paper or a transparent plastic. Then, okay, Shutosh, stop writing. Then even air is a transparent medium, water is a transparent medium. In all these, light can travel easily. So there are optical mediums. Generally, the transparent medium, they are also called optical mediums because they allow the light to pass through them. In that, let's go for taking the glass. We will observe the glasses having the flat surface. Is it not? Other than that, here when you observe this window glass, you can come to know that it is completely flat. But some who are going to use the spectacles, whether the surface of those glasses will be flat? No. And similarly, even you might have observed that reading glasses, if the letters are small, some elders will go for using the reading glass for reading. Whether their surface will be flattened?
No, sir.
Then how they'll be?
Thicker.
It is
The
front
center
or it is
Yes,
curved.
sir.
Just wait 1 minute. I'll show you the glass. See, observe this glass. How does it appear? You can just by observing only you can tell that whether its surface is plain or not.
plain.
Plain, sir.
Plain, sir.
Plain, sir.
Plain, sir.
See, plain ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? How do you come to know that it is plain?
Because of transparent. Sir, transparent.
Sir.
Now I'm going to place this object in front of some letters, some words are there. Do you find any change in the
No, sir.
size?
They look
Size
as
No,
No,
sir.
sir. There is no change.
same one, alva? So you can say that its surface is completely flat. It is nothing but rectangular glass slab. So using this, we'll go for conducting an activity which I had explained. Next. Similarly, here we have one more glass. Just observe. Do you find any change in the size of the letters?
Yes, sir.
Convex mirror, sir.
Concave, sir.
Yes, sir.
Concave mirror.
Yes, sir.
Convex
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 lens.
lens, sir.
Convex, sir.
Convex lens.
Sir, the image appears very large.
Now my question is, how
The letters appear large.
how
Sir, the
do
letters
letters appear?
Big.
Whether they appear
sir.
large
sir.
or small in size,
Size.
large.
bigger in size, right?
Large.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Then are they upright or upside down?
Upright, sir.
Right, sir.
Right.
Right, sir.
ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ, ವಿಸ್ಮಯ್, ಗೌತಮಿ. Then let me go for taking one more transparent material. Observe this.
It is convex, sir. Concave, sir.
Image is diminished, sir.
It is small in size, sir.
Yeah, image is getting diminished, right? And also you can notice that whether the letters are upside down or upright.
Upright, sir.
Right.
Upright. Erect letters can be seen. There is no upside down. Look here, in the first transparent material, here the size of the object was same, that is size of the letters same, and we can say that it is the surface of this slab is completely flat. It's a plain glass. Whereas when I show other two glasses, you have come to know that there is variation in the size of the letters. Is it not? And what is the reason for this? Why there is variation in the size of the letters, and also why in one of the transparent material it will be upside down and or it is upright? Ask him to get in. It is better to go out from here. No need to come. Could you tell the reason?
One of them is
Lenses
thicker
is,
at the
sir.
edge and
Yes,
thinner
yes.
at the middle.
The surface
Length is
of
there,
the
sir.
transparent material, it is
Are not flat.
curved. It is curved, and even this is also. Hope that now you just observe me. My face, how does it appear?
Upright.
Yes, sir.
Upright.
Small, sir.
Small.
Upright.
Small, sir.
Beautiful ange use ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. I'm not asking you adjective. And see, in this case,
No, sir.
very enlarged, right?
Enlarged, sir.
Or is it also?
Sir.
You just observe the surfaces of these two and tell. Handle it carefully. Surface observe Makama. You are just touch the surface. What do you say? Whether the surface is flattened or it is bulged inward and outward.
Bulged.
Now the surface. In both the cases, the surfaces are curved. In one of the transparent material, it is bulged inward, and another one, it is bulged outward. So any such transparent material which has at least one curved surface, we call such transparent materials as lens.
Lens.
How do you go for defining the term lens?
Sir,
Yes,
if we hold one behind another, what image we will get, sir?
we will come to know in case of image formation.
Okay, sir.
How do you define lens? Anybody? Drupadesh, Vikas?
A
Can you
type
tell?
of transparent material which
The
has curved
transparent
surface.
material bound by two
Piece of
materials.
transparent material which has at least one curved
It has
surface.
at least one curved surface.
Two
Then
curved
we have come to
surface.
know the differences between the surfaces of the plate glass as well as other glasses. In the plain glass, the surface was completely flattened. In other glasses, we observed that the surface was bulged inward or outward. Anyhow, curved surface was there. Hence, we can define the lens as a transparent material which has at
At least one curved surface.
surface. A transparent material that has at least one curved surface is called a lens. And in this lens, there are two types. Just observe it.
Concave and
I'm going
convex.
to show you the transparent material in which both the surfaces are bulged outward.
Convex lens.
Convex, sir.
Convex lens.
Concave lens. You
concave.
can also notice that in this lens, the middle part is thicker than the edges. So this is convex lens. And similarly, I go for showing you another lens in which both the surfaces are
Concave.
bulged inward.
Concave
Concave
lens.
lens.
Concave lens.
It is called concave lens. Okay, convex and concave. Identifying it is very simple. In case of convex, the middle part is thicker than the edges, whereas concave lens, in the middle part is thinner than the edges. See, if I hold like this, what it is? Which
Convex.
lens does it represent?
Convex lens.
Convex.
Convex lens.
I hold like this,
Concave.
Concave lens.
bulge inward. This is convex.
Convex.
This is
Concave.
now.
Convex.
Concave.
Convex.
I'm not praying.
Plane.
Convex.
It is plain. It is plain glass. Plain lens ಅಂತ ಬರಲ್ಲ. ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದೇ ನಾವು ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕರ್ಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ. Got it? Or if it is plain, just we say that it is plain glass. So this is convex lens because the middle part is thicker than the edges. And if I hold like this, you can say that it is concave because the middle part is thinner than the edges. Again, we have subtypes in these lenses, these convex and concave. Okay. You know that a transparent material that has at least one curved surface. A curved surface is kuda, we can say that it is lens. I go for taking a convex lens. Observe this convex lens. Here. In this convex lens, you can come to know that both the surfaces are bulged outward. Do you know what it is called? Rupadesh? It is called double convex lens. It is called double convex lens. Here, if the surface is bulged outward, it is a convex. Just one surface. If it is, if both the surfaces are bulged outward, it is called double convex lens. Then, look at one surface is plain and another surface is bulged outward. What it is called?
Single convex.
Convex lens.
It's called. One surface is plain. It is called plano convex lens. It is called plano convex lens. Next, one surface is bulged inward. Another surface is bulged outward. If the surfaces are bulged inward, what it is called?
Concave.
Concave.
And here, you can notice that in this lens, the middle part is thicker than the edges. Thicker than the edges. So one surface is bulged inward. That is why it is called concavo. And the lens is known as convex. It is concavo convex lens. Did you understand? The convex lens in which both the surfaces are bulged outward, it is called double convex lens. Then in convex lens, if one surface is plain and another surface is bulged outward, it is called plano convex lens. Then a convex lens is in which one surface is bulged inward and another one is bulged outward, it is called concavo convex lens. Similarly, even in case of concave as well, observe it. Here, one surface is bulged inward. If it is bulged inward, it is concave lens. Now, you can notice that in this concave lens, both the surfaces are bulged.
Double
inward.
concave lens.
Double
Concave lens.
Concave lens.
Double concave lens. Next, a concave lens in which one surface is plane or flat and another surface is bulged inward.
Plano
concave
concave lens.
Concave lens.
Plano
Concave lens.
Plano concave lens. Next, here one surface is bulged outward and another surface is bulged inward.
Convexo concave.
Concave lens.
Convexo concave lens. So these are the subtypes of convex as well as concave lenses. Now, let me show you another transparent material. You should tell what it is.
Prism.
Prism.
Prism, sir.
It is a glass prism. Alva? It is a glass prism. Whether you had used in your previous classes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Light lesson.
In standard you had used that.
White light gets into
Light is having
7.
7 different colors.
Could you tell one concept was learned based on this?
Dispersion of light.
Eighth standard only. What it is?
Dispersion of
Dispersion of light.
Very good. It is dispersion of light. Means when a ray of light incident on the this is rectangular face is there, no? It is called refracting surface. On this surface, then when it enters into it, it gets split up into
7 different colors.
7 different colors.
And we call this phenomenon as
Dispersion of light.
dispersion of
Dispersion
light.
of light.
That is, the splitting up of white light into its constituent colors is known as dispersion of light. Then what are those constituent colors?
Vibgaya. Violet, indigo, green, yellow, orange, red.
Very good. Very good. It's correct only. Vibgaya, that is the code that we use for remembering the colors in the order. When I ask you the colors, you should tell violet, indigo,
Violet,
blue,
indigo.
green, yellow, orange, and red. Is it not? These are the constituent colors of sunlight. And also, you have learned what happens when the rays of light will pass through this prism. It is a two-dimensional figure of prism. Here, ray of light enters into it. Sunlight enter then get split up into 7 colors, and these 7 colors will come out from the prism like this. If I take only single colored light, whether it gets split up further? No.
Yes, sir.
When single colored light is there, it is called monochromatic light. Mono means single. Chroma, it is
Colors.
color.
Single colored light. When single colored light is made to incident on the refracting surface, then it undergoes refraction. Then afterwards, it comes out from the prism. So here you can observe that light ray is changing its direction. First, it is traveling from air to the glass called prism, then glass to air. Then what do you call this ray? Incident ray. This is
Incident ray.
Refracted ray.
Reflected ray.
Emergent ray.
emergent. Please observe the emergent ray. How it is bending with respect to the prism.
Towards.
With respect to normal, it is away from the normal. But with respect
Towards.
you know that
What's the normal?
is called base of the prism. So here emergent ray is bending
Towards the main.
towards
What's
the
the normal?
Normal.
towards the base of the prism. Now I am going to take one more prism. which is kept upside down like this. Could you tell what do you get?
Concave lens.
Concave lens.
Concave lens.
Concave.
Concave lens.
Correct. Scientifically think ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಕೇವ್ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ
ಡಮರುಗಂ.
ಡಮರು ತರ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. Okay, look here. Here we have taken two prisms which are placed one on the other at their vertices, and then they appear like a concave. Then can we say that concave, it appears like the arrangement of two thin prisms at their vertices?
Yes, sir.
So next, similarly, I go for taking one prism like this, and second prism, it is upside down, but the base of first prism is in touch with the base of second prism. How does it appear?
Convex lens.
Convex lens.
Convex.
We can say that convex lens is an arrangement of two thin prisms at their bases.
Edges.
Yes.
In general, you can also say that lens is an arrangement of two thin prisms. If these two prisms meet at their vertices, then it is called concave. At their bases, it is called
Convex.
convex. Right? Observe. Light ray pass. Double concave and double convex. Suppose light ray will incident on these, on the surface of the concave lens. They get refracted, no? As it is transparent material, it can pass through that easily. How will be the refracted rays? Whether they move in a straight line or else whether they change their direction? They change their direction. Whether they meet at one point or move away from each other.
Not
Move
meet
away
up.
from
Move
each other.
Away from each
Move
other.
from each other.
Just we have come to know that in case of prism, when light is set, then it comes out, and this emergent ray is bending towards the base. Here light rays, it will be bend up. Here. The light rays are moving away, means they are diverging. They appear as if they are diverging from a point if they are extended like this. One point in the bandirity capsule. Then could you tell what type of convex lens it is, concave lens it is, whether it is converging or diverging?
Diverging.
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 Concave lens is called diverging lens because the rays of light
Divert.
Or diverge.
diverge from each other after the
Diverge
refraction
from it.
of light through it. When light passes through it, the light rays get diverged from each other. Similarly, convexible light rays. These are the light rays, and we know that these light rays bend towards the base of the prism. Bend they come like
Converging, sir.
very good. After the refraction,
Converging.
they
Converging
converge
lens.
at a point. Therefore, convex lens is called
Converging.
Converging
Converging.
convex lens is called converging lens because the rays of light meet at a point after the refraction through the lens. Clear enough? Concave is diverging, convex lens is converging.
Converging.
Concave mirror. Concave mirror is converging or diverging? It is
Converging.
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 Diverging.
Mirror. Diverging.
And this is convex. Convex is converging or diverging?
Diverging.
Diverging.
Diverging. Diverging, and this is
Converging.
Converging.
with respect to lens. Concave lens is
Diverging.
Diverging lens.
and this is
Converging.
Converging lens.
Converging.
please do remember when we are learning about terms or concepts related to lenses, you should keep on comparing with the mirror. For some students, they feel that both are one and the same and they get confused also. With comparison, if you go for learning, there will be no confusion at all. Once I tell you, concave lens is called diverging lens because the rays of light appear to meet at a point after the refraction through the lens. Then convex lens is called converging lens because the rays of light actually meet at a point after the refraction through the lens. Now we are moving to some of the important terms related to lenses. So before that, just go for writing about lens. Right. Side heading. Side heading. Lens. Because tell the definition of lens.
A transparent material bound by two surfaces.
Yes. A transparent material that has at least one
curved surface.
One curved surface.
ಒಂದೇ curved surface ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅದನ್ನ ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Let's take your right. Side heading. Lens. Definition. A transparent material. A transparent material that has at least one curved surface. At least one curved surface is called a lens. Called a lens. Right. Types of lenses. Types of lenses. Mainly they are classified into two types. What are those?
Concave and
Concave and
convex.
convex.
And
And
convex.
convex.
Convex. Okay,
Concave and convex.
Concave lens. Second one is convex lens. I won't give you the definition. Hope that you can understand now. Convex lens ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಬರೀತೀವಿ?
Which
Lens
words
holds
are inward.
A lens in which the refracting surface is bulged outward. It is called convex. If it is inward, concave. Or else a lens in which the middle part is thinner than the edges, it is convex. Or thicker than the edges, it is called concave. So now let me go for the diagram of both. Right. Let's try to go for using a protractor. Protractor ಆದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಥವಾ ಕಂಪಾಸಸ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಯೂಸ್. Just to draw the line like this. I'm going to take just here 2 centimeter, here 2 centimeter. And also 2 centimeter. Now I'm going to use Distance of 4 centimeter, you can draw an arc. Theta both. And here also with 4 centimeter distance. Comes like this. Similarly, for this house. First one, here this is convex. And this is concave. Alright. Next, convex and types. Types of concave and convex. First, I'll go for taking concave. In this, draw the figure. It's better to use protractor. First one is, it is plano-convex lens. Double convex lens. Double convex lens. Second one, it is plano-convex lens. Third one, concavo convex lens. Next one, types of concave lens. Types of concave lens. First one is double concave. Second one is plano-concave. Third one is convexo-concave. Right. Double concave lens. Plano-concave lens. And this is convexo-concave lens. Next, slide. Lens is an arrangement of two thin prisms. Lens is an arrangement of two thin prisms. Lens is an arrangement of two thin prisms. First, let me go for taking convex, then concave. Go for drawing. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, convex. It looks like a rhombus. It is an arrangement of two thin prisms at their bases. Concave. Concave is an arrangement of two thin prisms at their vertices. What? Next slide.
Wait, sir.
Chandana, finished. Not right.
Sir, I
Aditya.
have doubts, sir.
Yes, please. Ask me.
Sir, concave and convex mirror have one curved surface right now, sir. Sir, then according to the lens definition, can they be lens?
Can they? No, no, no. See, very simple thing. Mirror is opaque, right? Whether light can pass through in that?
No, sir.
No.
No,
Whereas
sir.
lenses are transparent material. Light can pass. So that is why in the definition we have written a transparent material that has at least one curved surface, which is called lens. Even
Thank you, sir.
the plastic scale, what you are going to use, fiber scale, plastic scale, adannella use martilla. They'll also act as a lens. You can observe because in that curved surface will be there. When you observe any letters through that scale, there will be variation in the size of the letters as you move it. Next, shall I give you next slide reading? It is converging and diverging lenses. Converging and diverging lenses. Listen. First one is convex. Don't write. Just listen to me. Whether convex is converging or diverging. It is a converging lens. Hope that you are right statement yourself. Convex lens is called converging lens because, what do you write? Because the rays of light meet at a point
After
after
refraction.
the
After
refraction
the
through the
refraction.
lens. Similarly, for concave, concave lens is called diverging lens because the rays of light appear to meet at a point after the refraction through the lens. Okay, write those 2 points yourself, and let's go for continuing this chapter in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow, just bring your notes. Your notes should be complete. It should be completed. Let me check that. So with this, let us stop the class. Thank you very much.
Bye, sir.
Wonderful.